did. It takes a long time. It took me years to do this, but what I did, when you're by there, sometimes you're home by yourself, just get your old guitar out and get your mind off of things. That's basically what music does. It gets your mind off everything else. That's what it's good for, If you've got time, you've got everything is where you just get the old guitar. And to get your mind so fast on this, you forget about everything else. You ever just want to get away from it for a few minutes? Most people, that's what they do. They get away from it because it takes you. You have to concentrate on it. And you can say, well, he was supposed to be here to scrub the floor at 5 o'clock, and here it is 5:30, and the floor is still dirty. My goodness, what did you say? Well, I'll just go whoop him with a stick when he gets home. He said, no, I'll just go ahead and get your guitar. Forget about that mop floor. When he comes home, you're in a better mood. He says, well, I was going, but there was a wreck on the highway, and I got caught up in that traffic, and I couldn't get home, dear. And he'll say, is there anything at all that I can do to make up for it? And he'll say, well, he didn't mop the floor today. I guess I'll let him get away. Didn't mop the floor today. I'm feeling good, enormous. Just let him get away. See it?
What?
Yeah, then you say, or you might be a different what you say. He was laying there, unconscious on the floor. I bet he won't be late to mop that floor no more. I think he's learned it all today. He won't be late another day. See, you can use what this is to deal with the situation, Because men sometimes, Grimmy can tell you, she's got to be pretty well trained now. I'm more reliable, because, she's big, tough, mean, and she's going to put up with no nonsense. And boy, she's got a right cross and an uppercut. And on top of that, she told me, he said, Richard, he said, you need to mind your wife. I went out there with them other guys. I said, y'all mind y'all's wife? They said, mind my wife. I said, I went back. I said, dream, honey. Them other guys said they don't mind their wives, and it's all right with them. She says, Richard. I said, what they're not telling you? She said, what happens if you disobey your wife? I said, she said, during the night, he said, your head will swell up in places, and it'll hurt the next day. I said, you sure? She said, yes. Well, I said, look, I'm going to take their word for it. I ain't mind. I'm not going to I'm just not going to wash them dishes. I'm going to go out and play cards. She said, okay. But I warned you. So I went to home bed that night. She didn't say nothing. I crawled in bed and went to sleep. I went up and woke up the next morning. There was knots all over my head. And she said, well, I told you what would happen now. It says it hurt. I said, yes, it hurt. She said, well, if you're this mind, the them knots won't pop up like that while you're sleeping. You don't see them knots, do you?